Whereas my rich dad was my best friend's father. And when I was 10 years old, I wanted to find out how to make money. So it was my poor dad who suggested I go study with rich dad. He says, you want to look for the best teacher. So I said, why is rich dad a better teacher than you? He says, because rich dad is an entrepreneur. And I said, so I'm 10 years old. I said, what are you then? He says, my dad says, I'm an employee. And I didn't know the differences. When you're 10 years old, you just kind of looking for your own answers. But as you know, there's a big difference between an employee and an entrepreneur. You know, the values are very, very different.
Greetings, everyone, and thanks for joining us today. It's my great pleasure to be with Robert Kiyosaki, the author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, a great friend, and someone who has had a huge impact on millions of people around the world. I have talked to people who have read Rich Dad, Poor Dad. It has changed their life. They have looked at financial matters in a whole new way. And Robert, that is one of your greatest legacies, and right at the top, I want to thank you for that, because so many people have benefited from your books and your teaching. So thank you very much for that.
Thank you. It's humbling. It's humbling, and people come up and say, my father gave me the book, or he changed my life, and it's humbling, you know.
Well, and we've traveled the world together, and the other day I was saying we were in this little village in remote Bolivia. And this girl comes out of her house, she's carrying Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Pobre Rico, Pobre Rico, whatever. And, you know, here she is in this small village in Bolivia. She's reading your book and just gives you this big hug. It was just such a moving moment. And you have had this influence all over the world. So thank you for being here today. And Robert, one of the things that you talk about is financial education. And now more than ever, I think people need to be financially educated, kids and adults. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I think all we have to do is look at our present situation. My question is, why is homelessness accelerating? Do you know what I mean? I think it was Jefferson, one of the earlier founding fathers, who were against the central bank or the Fed. They were against it. And I think it was Jefferson, it could be wrong, he said, if we have a central bank, the children will wake up homeless in the land their fathers founded. And so when I see this explosion of homelessness, then, you know, it all correlates. It makes sense.